am climbing up the mountain, gonna find an answer. I am climbing up the mountain, gonna find an answer.
We found Anthea Hartig, the Executive Director of California Historical Society. Hello, Anthea.
Hello, darling. How are you?
I am doing great because this is so exciting. It's summer
is.
love all over
It
again.
is.
We're surrounded by the
Right.
imagery, the vibe,
Absolutely.
the message,
The coolness,
the culture.
the community, the spirit, the craziness.
So you run the California Historical Society. History sounds important to you, I'd figure.
Just a little bit. I think history, as Faulkner said, no, the past isn't dead, the past isn't even past yet. And I think that especially this year in 2017, that the events of the birth of the counterculture in 1967 are even more powerful and poignant and are filled with lessons for us of tolerance and acceptance and community and art and expansion of our hearts and minds. So yeah, I love history.
There you go.
There you go.
So, and why is it important to bring this back and keep focusing on and remember and bring it to
Sure.
today's consciousness?
Sure. The broader events of 1967, of course, preceded by the incredible kind of events of the 60s and especially 1966, focus attention on San Francisco as a place where hundreds of thousands of people would flock to and try and imagine a different way of living and of loving, whether they were protesting the war or fighting for civil liberties. They found increasingly a home here in San Francisco. So we've worked now with great groups like yourself and about 50 others to create this commemoration of the 50th anniversary, all under the umbrella of the Summer of .love, where you can go and see everyone's events, exhibitions, symposia, conversations, music, and ways in which to really remember and feel that kind of resonance of that beautiful summer.
I love to see so much effort and resources and thought being put into this commemoration. What you do, I mean, Summer of .love, a whole website was created. People,
Yes.
there are armies of people working on
Right.
this remembering and this focus on what happened here 50 years ago.
Right. And with incredible partners across a huge range of social services, arts, music, culture, and really civic partners. The mayor has formally embraced the Summer of Love. San Francisco Travel is, of course, key to our efforts as a great partner. And the bringing together of all of those groups, whether it be the Asian Art Museum or the De Young, the Grammys, S.O.U.L, but really people throughout the Bay Area, throughout the state, and throughout the world, I think, to come together to experience the summer and all those incredible lessons and those good love and vibes. So
Let's elevate the consciousness now, as began, and as you called it, the birth of the counterculture movement.
Yep, absolutely. So
Is it still alive and well? Counterculture?
Counterculture, I think it has grown and changed in ways that are not maybe as evident, but that we wouldn't recognize things today. The whole Earth movement, which of course birthed a huge interest in what we would now call kind of slow living and slow food, organic foods. The social services that had to rise up to help a lot of kind of wayward kids who came to the Haight.
Haight-Ashbury Free
the
Clinic, Huckleberry Youth
Huckleberry,
Programs.
right, all those.
Yeah, we're going to cover them all.
Great, all those wonderful people. And then the people who came to the city or who were deeply changed and who felt that their way of living or their way of loving was okay and it was acceptable. So I think the counterculture lives within us, and especially I think still pulses through the streets of San Francisco, and it's still a magnet for people who want to come and want to be accepted, and for whomever and however they love and however they feel. So
If that were the one thing, if we could just elevate consciousness to the level we can embrace and accept everyone
Right.
exactly who and what they are and as they are,
I know.
that would just be let's start there.
Let's start there. And that was really what the Summer of Love was about, with this kind of occupation of the Haight or of the Panhandle or of the civic, spaces and parks, to really create those communities of acceptance and tolerance and exploration. Some really groovy and exciting, and some, also scary and hard. So, not to shy away from those darker moments, but to also learn from those about what we discovered about, our capacities and what the lessons too for peaceful social protest, whether it be then against the Vietnam War, or today against what many see as an increasingly authoritarian new presidency. Whatever whatever that is, you can still find it. And we saw it last Saturday. 3+ million people around the world, marching in city streets, big and small. So
lovely. It's
was
so 60s.
I know. Just bring it on, baby.
Bring it on. We're doing it. It's wonderful. I have to say, the sparkles around your eyes are very Sunny Powers.
I know, because I can never be like Sunny. I can just do just a little sparkle. Yeah.
Well, we love it. We love your sparkle and your presence and your attitude and what you're bringing to the table and all the wonderful work you're doing at California Historical Society. You want to give a little plug here for our audience? I think you got an exhibition coming up pretty soon, too, this year.
Yeah, so first go on summerof.love and learn all about the different activities of all of the participating groups, a big master calendar. And then May 12th, we'll open On the Road to the Summer of Love, guest curated by Dennis McNally, the historian of the Grateful Dead, and really looking at the 6-7 years leading up to 1967. So it'll be really exciting. So
exciting.
Stay tuned.
Yes, we'll be there. We'll see you there. And as we all know by now, at S.O.U.L, we always love to wrap with a hug.